Welcome to the Veterinary Medical Technology Program Information Session. This program is accredited by the CVTEA. I'm April Lehman, the Veterinary Medical Technology Program Director at Cape Fear Community College. And we're going to start with what is a veterinary technician?
Veterinary technician, noun, an animal nurse that cares for multiple species, identified by scrubs, often accessorized with a collage of hair, blood, urine, vomit, and feces. Frequently seen working very long hours, possessing an empty stomach, full bladder, and a huge heart for their patients. Synonyms include, but are not limited to, phlebotomist, anesthesiologist, mortician, pharmacist, infection control officer, radiology technician, grief counselor, laboratory technician, surgical assistant, babysitter, dental hygienist, physical therapist, nutritionist, client service representative, and many more responsibilities.
The Veterinary Medical Technology Program is a 6-semester full-time on-campus program. Our mission is for high-quality, compassionate veterinary nursing care to fulfill the needs of our community for veterinary clinics, diagnostics, research, zoos, and in academia. Our goals are to complete all of our essential skills with competency that the CVTE requires for hands-on procedures. To do these, we also include communication, effectively utilizing problem-solving skills and critical thinking skills. We'll maintain a level of professionalism that will continue into the field and into the community to meet the veterinary nursing needs of North Carolina and the nation. The application process for the VMT program starts with applying to CFCC. Once you apply, you will be required to submit your high school transcripts and all previous college transcripts. And you must also attend one of these VMT information sessions. Those are offered in person or virtually. This is a virtual session, so number 4 will already be completed once you finish the survey for attendance. You must have your math and English readiness completed, and when you apply, your cumulative GPA must be a 2.5 or higher for CFCC courses. If you have not attended any CFCC courses, then no GPA requirement is there. We will have 10 hours of veterinary observation required, along with a biology course that you earned a C or better within the last 5 years, TEAS test completion, and then you'll be ready to file your intent to apply. Once the application period opens, you'll see a file your intent to apply on the side on our webpage. You will select that and you'll have a list of all of those things we just talked about. Again, your attended mandatory VMT program information session is what we're doing here today. We do have some added links to the information packet, the count sheet, and your observation hour form. Once you have filed your intent to apply, we do have a VMT selection process, including several different sections. Section A is an addition of all your high school work worth up to 90 points. Section B is your GPA at CFCC. 3.5 or higher will earn you 10 additional points. Section C is your college coursework. Again, that's 90 points. And you'll notice for Section A and C, you will not get points for both high school and college courses. It will be one or the other. And then finally, Section D is your TEAS exam. That exam will be worth 400 points and must be completed before you file your intent to apply. Once we have all of the applications in and have completed the point counts, the calculation will happen where all points will be calculated by the Health and Science Enrollment Center. The applicants will have a chance to review their points, and applicants who fail to respond request the right to review and waive the right to contest their total. All of the point counts will be done in confidentiality. Once you are notified, there will be 24 students that will be admitted for the fall semester and 6 alternates. So you want to be sure to check your CFCC email daily and accept your seat. This is a conditional acceptance, as other conditions will need to be met for final acceptance into the VMT program. CFCC VMT conditional acceptance includes completion of health assessment and tetanus shot, criminal background check and drug screening, rabies vaccine, and confirmation of transportation to and from campus and clinical sites. The vaccine for rabies is required for all of our students, as it is a CVTE requirement, and that it is 100% protective against rabies vaccine. Students are required to be fully vaccinated before working with any animals through the CFCC VMT program, which would start your first summer semester of the program. Without this vaccine, rabies virus is 100% fatal. Therefore, it is required for all students in the VMT program. In order to progress through the VMT program, you must achieve at least a 76 or higher in all of your VMT courses and your general education courses throughout the 2 years or 6 semesters in the VMT program. Any grade less than 76%, you will be unable to progress. Other expectations of a veterinary technician include the physical requirements to be able to walk, stand, and carry 50 pounds several times a day, being able to prioritize, organize, and utilize time management skills, effectively communicate written and oral skills in English, professionalism of cleanliness and socially appropriate behavior, being able to hold, manipulate, or tie materials ranging from a cloth patch to a very fine string and move rapidly from danger. You must also be able to safely and correctly assess patients and interpret and record data. There are limiting details for the VMT program. Legal or disqualifying limitations are dependent from the North Carolina Veterinary Medical Board. Any convictions of crimes may affect the ability to obtain state licensure. After completion of the VMT program, graduates are eligible to sit for the Veterinary Technician National Exam, or the VTNE. And again, this program is accredited through the AVMA CVTEA. Throughout the process of applying and maintaining in the Veterinary Medical Technology program, there is the Health Science Enrollment Center, financial aid support, and student accessibility services. All of these can be found on the CFCC website and those numbers and email addresses listed on your screen. There are expenses associated with the CFCC VMT program. You'll notice that your first year is more expensive than your second year, as a lot of the books and supplies that you purchase the first year will carry through into the second year, leading to our total program cost of around $11,000 in-state and $25,000 out-of-state. The curriculum includes general education courses of math, English, social science elective, and a humanities elective. These courses can be taken before enrollment into the VMT program, which will add to your point count, or that can be completed within your time of enrollment in the VMT program. You will see that by your first summer semester, it is required that you have completed your rabies vaccination series to progress into summer semester, as the summer semester will be the first semester with hands-on with animals that may or may not have received their rabies vaccination. Therefore, it is important that all of our students are vaccinated by the time they reach that first summer semester. As mentioned earlier, observation hours in a veterinary facility are required. We do require 10 hours of work, observation, or volunteering under a veterinarian or a registered veterinary technician. This means your supervisor and person signing this observation form must be licensed in the state that the observation hours are completed. Once this form is signed by your supervisor, it should be submitted to the Health Sciences Enrollment Center. As noted on the form, we do have some hospitals in our area that are willing to help our students get these observation hours complete. Eastern Carolina Veterinary Referral offers hours 24/7. The contact for that is going to be that email right down at the bottom of your screen if you're interested in contacting them for your observation hours. We also have several other hospitals listed on your screen here that are willing to help out our students that are searching to get those observation hours for enrollment into the veterinary medical technology program. Throughout this information session, we have mentioned a point count. This is the point count worksheet that you will also find at the end of the information packet for the veterinary medical technology program. Again, use this point count worksheet to tally all of the points that you have received to use for comparison for the official point count that the Health Science Enrollment Center completes. Some important notes on this is if two students have the same point count, the date and time that their intent to apply was submitted will be the deciding factor of which one is selected for the veterinary medical technology program. Note 2 is that all documentation must be on file as outlined in the information packet. If you have any questions regarding the veterinary medical technology program, feel free to email me. Again, I'm April Lehman, the VMT Program Director. If you have any questions on enrollment, reach out to Health Sciences. If you have any questions with financial aid or would like to get scholarships, there's the financial aid office, and contact foundations at CFCC for scholarship information. And questions on accessibility, reach out to our accessibility office. Thank you for coming to the CFCC VMT Program Information Session. Here are some photos of our students in action. The top corner, we have students participating in surgery. The middle is students out at the barn. Bottom corner is students working on a clinical case study. And then we have students in radiology preparing to take some radiographs on that black lab. Again, thank you for attending. This has been the information session for the Veterinary Medical Technology Program at Cape Fear Community College.